What is up, everyone? DarkSidePhil here, and this video is separate from everything else. I wanted to do it as a separate video, so that way it's not congested into a weekend preview or something else, because it's a very, very important video. As you know, for the past several months, I mean the past half year really, ever since the summer, I've been trying to keep all of you guys and gals, the viewers, abreast of the situation of what's been going on with myself and my YouTube business, because the bottom line is I am at risk. Because of YouTube changes and the things that YouTube has changed in the past 6 to 8 months on YouTube, completely changing view algorithms yet again without publicly telling anyone that they were doing it, and now actually completely lying to the public saying that they don't know what the change is, even though big YouTubers, the biggest YouTubers, much bigger than me, have come out and said, our views are down, we're getting people unsubbed on a daily basis, our ad revenue is down, what is up, YouTube? And YouTube's like,
we don't know.
I'm in a situation, sadly, where I'm not protected like those big guys. You know, those big guys, when they're getting hundreds of thousands of views on every video and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to millions of dollars a year, oh no, they lost 10 to 20% of their business, just means that, you know, they can't afford that second extra expensive car, or their fucking yacht, or their office, you know, has to downgrade from the 20 rooms to the 10 room.
For me, it means I can't pay my bills.
Alright, and that's the bottom line, the situation that I've been in ever since the middle of last year. When all of a sudden, in the middle of 2016, somehow my views plummet out of nowhere, even though YouTube is saying engagement is up, and likes are up, and people are watching for a longer period of time, and everything I'm doing is good.
My business went like this when it came to profit.
Okay, I've been trying to keep everyone in the loop on what's going on. I have a big update today, and I'm going to tell you about the things that I've been doing behind the scenes to try to keep everything working and keep it afloat. In fact, I'll talk a little bit about some of the stuff that's going on back home in Connecticut that I have not really revealed at all yet, because I know a lot of people are wondering, well, is Phil going to be able to keep doing YouTube? What's going on, right? The bottom line is there's good news and there's bad news, but the reason I'm really making this video today is because I'm appealing to you once again for help.
I really seriously need your help.
Just like the first time I made a video about this, what was it, back in October of 2016, I'm pretty much in the exact same situation, and let me explain what's going on here, alright? So, I've made a lot of changes, if you haven't noticed yet. I've made a lot of changes based directly on your feedback ever since this whole situation started last summer and then through the hardcore gaming season, when all of a sudden my views seemed to be down and everything wasn't working out. And I'm like, how am I going to keep this business afloat if everything's down according to YouTube? And I directly listened to what you told me to do, alright? I started streaming not as much, but then something happened, okay? Because first thing people said was stream less, just have people watch the videos on YouTube more. But then people said, well, why don't you just go back to Twitch? Because Twitch now is very profitable. People say that streaming on Twitch is a profitable place to stream. So I did. I went back to Twitch for 2 months now. I've been back on Twitch TV. Daily I'm live streaming over there. And I have to say, people are showing up for the streams. They are subbing. I have, I think at this point, over 130 subs and growing on my DarkSidePhil channel on Twitch. I've got people who are cheering with bits in the stream chat every day and participating, and it has been profitable to stream over there. So in that regards, 2 thumbs up to everyone when it comes to Twitch. First of all, thank you for convincing me to go back. And number 2, thank you because it's actually getting me some extra funds that I desperately need now in order to keep this business afloat. So thanks for all those recommendations. It's worked out really well, and I'm very grateful for those who have headed over there and have been participating in Twitch stuff, alright? I also want to say thank you to those who have stepped up and pledged to my Patreon when normally you wouldn't have, or you hadn't in the past, because you took heed to what I was saying last year when I said, listen, if I don't get extra support from the viewers, that's it. It's over. It's true. If I didn't get that extra Patreon support and I didn't start making that extra money on Twitch, I probably right now wouldn't be able to do this anymore. So just in the past 4 to 5 months, you guys and gals have helped me out immensely. I want you to know that, okay? Behind the scenes of all that going on, I said, well, there's not much else I could change on YouTube. There's just not. There's not much else I could change on YouTube. If I were to stop doing raw gameplay videos and just do all edited style videos, guess what would happen?
Nothing. I wouldn't get any increase in viewership.
Because the way that YouTube is now set up is that my DSPgaming channel will not show up in search results. So even if, let's say, I played Resident Evil 7, and instead of doing all raw gameplay footage of 9.5 hours, I did a 4 to 5 hour playthrough, which is edited like every other YouTuber does, I wouldn't get any extra views. In fact, I would have gone out of business. Because it wouldn't have mattered if I made the change. No, I would have gotten no additional views. Because I don't show up in YouTube search anymore. It's just true. It's just absolutely true, because of what happened in 2015 with the copyright strikes. Even if I changed my entire business to edited content like everyone else, I would go out of business overnight. So I can't do that. I mean, what I would like to do ideally is do the raw gameplay on DSPgaming and then do montages for KO Gaming, where I would like to not only have highly edited reviews and my year-end series, but also montages of fun special events, playthroughs, and the like. So, if you haven't seen it yet, this week in particular, I just posted up the best of the Twitch and Chill Marathon over there. I did a Twitch and Chill Marathon last week where it was all interactive stuff with both fans and trolls. Ended up being an incredibly entertaining stream, and I did a big montage of it over on KO Gaming. That's the kind of stuff that I would like to do. Raw gameplay on DSPgaming because it has to exist regardless. The edited content over on KO Gaming.
Let's make KO Gaming grow, because KO Gaming does show up in YouTube search results. We've seen that definitive evidence in 2016.
When my video about Homefront the Revolution got almost 1 million views. When my 2 videos about No Man's Sky each got almost 100,000 views. Actually, I take it back. One had over 100,000. I think one was like 50 or 60,000. Or my review of Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which also ended up getting a ridiculous amount of views. I think it was almost 100,000 views. That channel, KO Gaming, has potential to grow massively. That's why I want to put any new efforts and new content like montages on that channel, because that's the channel that has the potential to grow. DSP Gaming has no potential to grow anymore. Yeah, it'll very slowly, every once in a while, get some new subscribers, but it's just not. It's destroyed. That channel was destroyed by false copyright strikes against it in 2015, and if anything, now we've seen it can't come back. It's going to stay at the same level it is forever because of what happened in 2015.
The illegal actions of 2 pieces of shit humans against me in 2015.
And I can't fix it. I've tried, I've busted my ass, I can't fix it. There's nothing I can do to fix that. That's how Google made YouTube work. Number 2, behind the scenes of everything going on YouTube, I've been doing something for myself. For those who don't know, I own a condo in Connecticut. It's the condo that I bought in 2009, I want to say. Because I started on YouTube in 2008, and then I bought the condo summer of 2009, which allowed me to start filming full-time when I wanted to, because I had the space to do it. Not that I was in my parents' house or whatever trying to film in the bedroom, which you can't do 24/7, right? So I bought this condo in Connecticut in 2009. In 2014, I moved across the country to here, where I now live, Washington State. Now, the good news is, it's allowed me to have a better setup, my dedicated office, I can stream, I have more control over my stuff, I pay lower taxes here, like, everything is much better for the business here, okay? The bad news is, I'm stuck with this fucking condo in Connecticut, which, by the way, things have not been going well at all anymore, so I want to get everyone caught up on that, because I haven't talked about that in a very long time, have I? So, the way it worked was, I had this condo in Connecticut, I lived there, then when I moved across the country to Washington State, my aunt was staying there, which was good, because my aunt needed somewhere to stay. And she was paying me some rent. Now, it wasn't enough to cover the whole cost of the mortgage and the dues and everything that I owe on that condo a month, but it was defraying the cost of it significantly. So maybe there was a few $100s a month that I was losing, and at that point, I could afford it. Keep in mind, this was before the false copyright strikes, before the bullshit that YouTube did in 2016, before any of that. I was able to piss away a few $100s a month on a loss for this condo in Connecticut. My hope was that in a few years, after being out here in Washington, that the real estate market in Connecticut would turn around and go back up. I'd be able to sell that condo in Connecticut. I'm not even looking for a profit. I just want to get rid of it so that it's off. I'm not pissing money away on this condo anymore, okay? Which is really significantly financially hurting me every month. And then I would be in a better position out here in Washington, right? Sadly, it's the complete and polar opposite, and I have not publicly talked about this at all yet. Real estate in Connecticut has tanked. Connecticut has become one of the least desirable states in the entire nation to live in because the actual cost to live there has skyrocketed, yet all the businesses have left Connecticut. All the major companies that were in Connecticut that were reasons for people to move there for jobs are gone. So basically, Connecticut now is an insanely overpriced state because you've got a very small number of people who are filthy rich living in these ritzy areas in the hills, and it draws the per capita income up for the state. So the taxes are insanely high, right? The prices are insanely high, but no one wants to fucking live there because there's nothing there. So all the home values have fucking plummeted. I'm not even kidding you. This is the truth of the matter, folks. My condo in Connecticut, I bought it in 2009. Today, it's worth,
less than half of what I paid for it. It's only been 8 years, not even 8 years yet.
It's worth less than half than what I fucking paid for it in 2009. So there's no way I can sell it, right? Because I owe more on the mortgage, way more on the mortgage I used to buy it than what I would get if I sold it.
And I don't have any money
to pay off this mortgage. You know what I mean? Yeah, if I was a filthy rich YouTuber, like a lot of these people, oh no, I gotta piss away $50,000, $60,000 to make this condo go away? Sure, here it is from my savings. It doesn't exist. So I've been between a rock and a hard place. The good news is that my aunt was living there and at least defraying the cost every month. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? My aunt got really sick. My aunt, sadly, is not doing so well. And right now, she's in assisted living. She couldn't live in my condo anymore by herself because she kept getting hurt. She kept falling. And I can't get a renter there because my parents are now getting older. They're getting elderly to the point where they can't be there and take care of a condo. Because the thing is, if I were to rent out that condo, I'm responsible if, let's say, the toilet leaks. I'm responsible to make sure that gets taken care of. Or if I rent it out and all of a sudden the renters that I'm renting it to are noisy at night and they're breaking the rules of that condo, I'm responsible for holding them accountable and kicking them out. And I can't do that because I don't live there. So I cannot rent out this condo. I'm stuck. I can't do it. The condo is there and I'm stuck with it. I'm getting no money whatsoever anymore for this condo. And I can't get rid of it. I can't rent it because I don't live there anymore. My parents can't do that kind of work for me. Okay, they can't be renters there. That would be ridiculous for me to expect them to be like these fucking people who are going to take care of the condo. That's so ridiculous and unrealistic and not fair. Okay. So right now, I'm not even kidding you. Right now, having this condo in Connecticut that I can't sell and I'm getting no rent for is costing me over $1,500 a month. So a lot of people say, I don't understand why Phil has no money. As soon as I get paid, $1,500 goes to a condo that I'm stuck with and I can't get rid of, okay? So what I've been doing, behind the scenes of everything, is I'm trying to sell the fucking thing. Now, here's the bad news about that. Well, here's the good news and the bad news. The good news is, it is possible to sell it, what's called as a short sale. Now, I give you a little bit of a real estate lesson here.
I used to be in real estate. I actually used to do mortgages and all this. I know all about it.
A short sale is when you take a mortgage company, okay? So the company that holds the mortgage on my condo in Connecticut, and basically you contact them and explain to them, listen, I'm in a situation of hardship. When I bought this condo, it was worth this much. Now it's worth this much, right? I was making this much money being a YouTuber back then. Now I'm making this much because things have completely changed on YouTube. I used to be able to rent it. Now I can't rent it anymore. Like, all these things show all these factors. And basically what you need to do is convince the mortgage company to accept a way lower amount of money for the real estate than what you owe on the mortgage, okay? Now, normally they wouldn't do it, but the people who I'm in contact with, all right, these realtors in Connecticut are basically saying all of Connecticut's in the same situation. In fact, it's like terrible. Houses are getting foreclosed on left and right because no one can afford to pay their mortgages anymore, and it's ridiculous. It's like a really disaster situation in the state. So in a lot of cases, from what I'm being told anyway, these mortgage companies are saying, well, we can either take this lesser amount of money, or we can just have this person stop paying us altogether, to which case we have to spend a bunch of money to foreclose on the property and get it back, which is stupid. You know what I mean? Like, what was the point of that when we could have just accepted this lump sum of money of what they were offering us, all right? So what I'm doing right now, I'm in the process of trying to sell the condo in Connecticut for way lower than what I paid for it and way lower than what I owe on it, but convincing the mortgage company to take way less money so that I can get that gone. Now, the good news is, if this works, it could take months. I'm in the process of it right now, and I'm told, like, the earliest we could possibly get this done is, like, May, okay? If this works,
that's a good, $1,500+ a month that I don't have to pay over there. My God, that would tremendously help me. You know what I mean?
But there's no guarantee it's going to go through. There's no guarantee that this is going to work out. So it's kind of like wow, it's great if it works out, but it's not a guarantee. The other thing about it, and this is the big negative about it, apparently it's going to kill my credit. My credit right now isn't great because I already have so much debt in my name from the move out here and all the things I've had to do over the past 2 years to keep this business afloat because I'm not making enough money to pay all these fucking bills that I had. So now I'm racking up more credit cards, and I'm taking out loans, and I'm doing all this shit to try to keep this business afloat. I don't really bother you guys with that stuff because you don't need to know the ins and outs of all that stuff. But the bottom line is, my credit's not good already. Now, if I do a short sale, now my credit's probably going to tank.
And I'm really concerned
because later this year, for example, another thing that we're doing to try to cut corners here and really cut costs, the car we have now is ridiculously expensive. We're not doing it anymore. We can't do it anymore. The only reason that I got the car that I have now is because we moved here in the middle of 2014, and the lease on that car didn't end for another 6 months. And they told me if I were to turn the car in early on the lease, I would owe them thousands of dollars in penalties, which I didn't have. So I had to basically take a new car as kind of like, it was almost like blackmail, really, when you think about it. We won't charge you these $3,000-$4,000 in penalties as long as you take another car lease for 3 years, which is what I did. But now here I am 3 years later, and I'm in a situation where I can't even afford that car anymore. The monthly payment is ridiculous. So what we're going to be looking to do is, about middle of this year, when that lease runs out, get rid of that fucking car and get a much more reasonable low to mid-end car. It doesn't have to have crazy features. Basically, I'm looking to have my car payment every month, which I know I can do. The problem is, guess what? If this short sale goes through, it might plummet my credit. So now I'm going to go to a car dealership and say, well, I got rid of this super expensive car. I need something way more reasonable. Great. All right, here it is. And then we go to do the credit, to do the loan for it, and they say, well, your credit sucks, so now we can't approve you for the loan. Now, if we don't have a car, Leanna can't get to work, right? Leanna can't get to and from work, so she can't make any money to help contribute to any bills or anything anymore. I obviously can't go out to do stuff for the... It's ridiculous. Like, this is the situation we're in right now. It's just so tight and fucked up. and there's so many factors going on in the back of my head. So I want you guys and gals to understand something, you know, if I sound out stressed out, if I get angry, you know, and everything, it has nothing to do with you, and it really has nothing to do with YouTubing or gaming or anything. All that stuff is still great. If you didn't notice, this month of January was great. This month, we had the Dark Souls Redemption run, which I enjoyed thoroughly going back and replaying that game. I really enjoyed Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I love doing the year-end series every year. That was great. I just played Resident Evil 7, which is one of my favorite games of the past couple of years. I really loved it. Like, everything I've been doing has been greatly positive, and I think every people have been coming out and watching the streams and participating. You're doing nothing wrong.
I'm doing nothing wrong.
When it comes to that, it's all this other shit behind the scenes that's fucking with my head that is bogging me down, honestly, and it's stressing me the hell out. It really is. I'm getting stressed out over this stuff, and I don't want it to negatively affect myself or the business. You may say, why was Phil sick so long? Why do you think? Stress is a factor. Stress absolutely is a factor of health. And the fact that I can't afford to go to the fucking doctor because of all this stuff going on in the background financially just compiles everything, right? But the real reason that I'm making this video right now, this is the real important part, all right?
Is because YouTube fucked me over. Like,
you know, it fucked everyone over last year. This month, January, was great, right? If you actually take a look, my views are up everywhere. On every channel, on KO Gaming, on DSPgaming, my views are up, way up. Not just a little bit up, way up compared to last month. Way better views. Streaming, more people coming to the streams every day, all month, right? We had more people on live stream for Dark Souls and for Resident Evil than I've had in months. Great. People were engaged, they were giving bits, they were, you know, subbing. It's all great. So everything's saying 2 thumbs up, right? Today I go in to check my stats on my Machinima console dashboard, which it is what Machinima does, it takes all the profit, supposedly, from all of my YouTube channels that I'm partnered with them, 3 of them, and it puts them all together into one cumulative total. They're telling me that as of today, now keep in mind, there's only 2 days left in the month, and actually it's staggered by about 3 days, so there's about 5 days left to tally and add into this total. They're telling me that right now, for January, I have made thousands of dollars less than last month.
Thousands of dollars.
Less than last month. I mean, it looks like it's more than a third. More than 33%. So my views are up. Engagement, by the way, engagement up. Likes up. Even dislikes are up, which means more people are watching because more people are disliking. Of course, all those dislikes are from the Dark Souls playthrough, which we knew was going to happen. Everything is up. My engagement is up. Everything is up from last month. I've done better in January than I did in December. Great job, Phil. You made thousands of dollars less. And this is YouTube. This is what YouTube is doing. What this is telling me, and I'm sure this is what it's telling everyone who's doing YouTube for a living, we can no longer do just YouTube for a living. It's just not viable anymore. Because YouTube is fucking over the content creators. They're changing the algorithms and not being transparent with us, or they're just so fucking stupid that they can't figure it out. They fucked it up and they don't even know what they fucked up. I mean, how funny was it when they came out with that video, what was it, last month, saying, well, you know, all the big YouTubers are saying that subs are declining when they upload videos. Well, we checked it out, we can't figure it out, so they must be wrong. They have definitive evidence. They fucking showed it. We've all made videos and shit showing. Views are down. Subs are down. How can you say it's not true just because they're fucking idiots?
I mean, I can't take it anymore. How inept can you be at your job and you're costing people their livelihood? Something that we've done. I've done this for 8 fucking years, and they're going to tell me I have to stop doing it because they don't know how to fucking run their own business? They fucked it up, and now I'm going to get fucked over, not them? They should be the ones getting fired, not me. It's totally ass backward here.
So yeah, that's not good. I'm working my ass off all this month. By the way, you know, my voice was terrible this month. I was sick all month, trying to get better, not being able to go to the doctor because I couldn't afford it. Finally, I'm better, but I toughed through it to do Dark Souls and everything for everyone.
Really busted my fucking ass
this month between Dark Souls and the year-end stuff and everything's up and everything's good, but I made way less money. Makes sense, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Makes so much fucking sense. So the reason that I'm making this video is because I'm being matter-of-fact with everyone. Unless I can get some kind of miraculous change, or unless I can get more support via Patreon, via an insanely huge increase of views that I don't ever foresee happening, or via subs and people participating with bits on Twitch, you know, daily, I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. Because the bottom line is right now, they're telling me January was my worst month ever on YouTube since I started. Ever. Even though the views are up and everything, least profitable month I've ever had on YouTube, even though I busted my ass. And come March, because just so you know the way it works, you know, this month I earn a certain amount, they don't pay me for 2 more months. So the good news is, this month and next month, I'm good because I'm getting the revenue from the end of the year, from like November, December 2016 was decent, so I have enough to pay my bills. If something doesn't change by March, and I get this tiny paycheck that they're claiming they're going to give me compared to what I usually get, I can't pay my bills. Something's going to have to give. You know what I mean? And I don't know what I'm going to do. The only thing I can think of is to ask more money. I've already borrowed some money from my parents, ask for more money, which they're not getting any younger, and they're certainly not making more money. It's ridiculous for me to have to keep asking them for money. What am I going to do there? I can't take out any more loans. I'm strapped. I've taken out 2 business loans since I started this business from the beginning, and since I moved out here, I've got these ongoing debt and everything, and I can't take any more. I'm to the limits of debt that I can put in my name at this point, without getting rid of some debt like that condo in Connecticut, or getting rid of this expensive car. So if ever you are considering helping me, supporting me, and you want to see me keep doing live streams on Twitch, you like the changes I made, that I'm back on Twitch, right? You love that, and you love that I'm now not only doing the raw gameplay on DSPgaming, but I'm doing more videos for KO Gaming. You want to see that continue. If this is, 8 years, and you respect that, and you like that, and you want to see it continue,
I need your help.
okay? Just be straight up honest with everybody, all right? And one final thing before we adjourn here. A few people, I don't know if they were serious or not, you always gotta question it, right? I question everything now because I've had so many people fuck with me over the years, I don't know who to believe anymore. There's been a few people who have pinged me over the past couple of weeks saying, Phil, you should just have a PayPal donation link. Because every once in a while, people like to just anonymously donate out of nowhere, and if you just had a PayPal donation link, people would send you money, and hint, I would probably send you money. I can't do it. And I've already explained this multiple times, I'll fully explain it one more time in this video. For tax purposes, it's the worst possible thing you can do. This is from the mouth of my accountant that I've had for 5+ years, and he's a dean, I'm not even kidding you, he's the head of accounting at a very highly ranked university in Connecticut. He knows what he's talking about. That's one of the worst possible things you can do. I don't understand, Phil. There's this full-time Twitch streamer who goes to Counter-Strike Go tournaments, and they all have this link, and everyone always donates. Why can't you do that? Because that's business for them. For me, my PayPal link is my PayPal link. It's my private stuff. I can't give you that to just send me money. For tax purposes, that's terrible. They would try to audit the fuck out of me. They'd say, you can't have, business payments coming in the same exact way as something else. The way I got it right now, my payments coming from Machinima, that's documenting, it's documented. I've got payments coming in from Twitch, that's documented. I got payments coming in from Patreon, and that's documented. So between those 3 methods, it all works out well for tax. And by the way, everything is taxed fully like normal income. Nothing is considered a gift or whatever. Everything that you guys give me is taxed like normal income. It's not legal to say that, oh, well, someone just sent me a PayPal donation. That's a gift. I'm not paying tax on that. That's illegal. And I can't do that, okay? That's why I have everything coming through Patreon, Twitch, or YouTube, period. So, if you want to help, all right? If you want to see me be successful, you got to act soon, because basically something has to change by March. By the time that this payment comes through from YouTube, that's so fucking low, according to what YouTube's telling me right now, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. It's either got to be pledging to my Patreon, all right? A lot of people say, well, I don't understand because the highest perk is $50. You can pledge as much as you want. The highest perk level I'll give you is $50, but you could pledge more than that if you want, and a lot of people have, and I want to say thank you to those who have done that since I started with Patreon. Or subbing to my Twitch channel, or using bits to cheer during my Twitch streams. Those are the 3 ways that you can definitively help me out. And of course, if you haven't been watching my videos or my streams, but I don't think that's the problem. When YouTube is telling me your viewership's up, your engagement is up, likes are up, dislikes are up, up, you made thousands of dollars less this month. You know what I say?
Fuck you. I say fuck YouTube, fuck Google, fuck all those dumb fuck employees that don't know how to run their business and are screwing me over. After 8 years of hard fucking work, they don't know how to run their own business, but they don't get fired, I do. Because they fucked up somehow last year.
And either don't want to fess up or they're too fucking dumb to figure it out. I'm the one who gets fucked. So, the bottom line is, moving forward, it just can't work out like this anymore. I cannot rely on this YouTube revenue month to month. It needs to be a significant increase in Patreon and the Twitch participation, or else I'm not going to be able to do this. And one final thing, how many people, of course...
1 million people, why doesn't Phil just get a job? Why doesn't Phil just get another job? Because then he could do the job during the day like he used to, and then he could do YouTube at night. And then he'll have double dipping. He'll have a stable income plus extra money on the side. That's not how life works, folks.
It's just not. It's not how life works. Because if I have this full-time job, I'm not going to have enough time to be doing this every night anymore. I don't live by myself. I'm not a bachelor. I have responsibilities here with my girlfriend around the house and stuff. I'm not going to have time to do it. The little time that I have to cram in is not going to be 1/10 as much as I put into it right now to be able to do daily live streams like I do, to be able to put out the quality of video that I do. You're going to get so much all the attention. Just think about that. If overnight I stop covering every new release, I only cover 2 games a month. It takes forever for me to finish these games. And the video content that I put out is reduced by 2/3 to maybe 3/4. That's it. Viewers are going to stop coming. People come for the content. They're not going to just, they're going to say, well, Phil's dried up, then I guess I'm not going to check it out anymore, and I'll go out of business. That's the bottom line. The amount of money, even though the amount of money I'm making now isn't enough to cover my bills because of this bullshit YouTube is doing, it's still more than if I quit all this and went and got a part-time job or 2 part-time jobs.
Because the bottom line is no job is going to take me.
That is, even, I'll be honest here, even the office job that I had when I was in Connecticut, if I went back to that job, it wouldn't be enough to pay my bills right now. It's the bottom line. It wouldn't be enough because of everything that happened with me racking up debt and everything for the business and everything these past few years. It wouldn't be enough. If I went back to that stable full-time job, it wouldn't be enough. So I have to stay the course. I have to keep doing YouTube. I have to keep playing games. I have to keep doing everything that I love doing. So it's good because even though I'm struggling here and I'm stressed out because of the finances behind the scenes, at least I'm still doing something that I love doing, right? But something's got to give and something's going to give. I mean, hopefully maybe I can sell this condo in Connecticut and that's a lot of money in my pocket every month that will go towards this and not be a big issue. Hopefully my credit can hold good enough so I can get a cheaper car later this year. That's just two of the things that I'm doing behind the scenes, and I hope it works out. But
I need more. I do. I need more support.
As little as $1 a month on Patreon, a cheer here or there on the stream on Twitch. It's a serious and dire situation at this point. And the bottom line is, it's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's
YouTube's fucking fault.
At this point, because now we know. That was the thing. In the middle of last year, when all of a sudden everything plummeted, and everyone's staring at it like, why? And everyone wanted to point the finger, right? It was Phil, because Phil fucked up, because no one likes his content anymore, and this and that. Now we have definitive proof that's not the case, because the whole second half of last year and this month is going up, up, up like this. I'm actually on an upward fucking trend. Yeah, I'm making less money. Obviously, that's not my fault. Alright, folks. I don't like to burden you with this. I don't like to talk about this. I don't. But I have to. Every once in a while, I have to make a video like this, and it sucks. I don't want to do it, but it is what it is. So please, if at all you've enjoyed what I've done these past 8 years, you want to see me keep doing it as a job, and not be in a lot of fucking financial trouble here, please consider pledging if you can. I'm certainly not asking those who cannot afford it. Alright? I'm not. I don't want you to think that, oh God, you know, I can barely pay my bills, but Phil's in trouble. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for those of you out there
who think this is a joke, that this is a fucking scam and a fundraising scheme, and I just don't want to go get another job, you don't seem to understand the reality of the situation is that I have no out. And there never was an out.
And it's just everything every year compiling, bigger and bigger on top of my head to fuck me over, right? Real estate market in Connecticut collapsing completely on its fucking head. False copyright strikes in 2015 screwing over my dspgaming channel, so just significant drop in views and income there because of that. 2016, YouTube completely changing all the algorithms behind the scenes, fucking everyone over on views and profit. Like, every year, there's like a big fucking giant thing that's happening that's screwing me over. How could I have predicted it, right? And now I'm between a rock and a hard place. There is no easy out here. I can't just quit this and go get a job. Wouldn't work. And, there's nothing really definitively that I could figure out that I could change that's going to massively improve everything for YouTube that I'm going to get tons of views. I don't see dspgaming get any significantly better because of what happened in 2015 with the copyright strikes. And I don't see anything but KO Gaming really taking off. If anything, KO Gaming is the thing. If that could take off like it did last year and stay at that level, I'd be good to go. The problem is, it went up, and then because I wasn't making negative fucking videos about games every single day, people left. And that's the thing. People on YouTube love the negative. If there's a video that says something sucks, it's the worst, it's terrible, it's a piece of shit, it's a ripoff, it's a scam, people will watch the shit out of it. But if I make an honest review about a game that I liked, no one watches it. It's ridiculous. People don't want truth and honesty. They want drama.
Because they're immature little shits, honestly, who just want negativity. They want to watch negative, negative, negative. Rant, rant, rant. Angry, angry, angry. Meh.
Instead of quality,
well thought out,
contemplative, something that when you watch it, you can learn something positive. They don't want that. The common YouTube viewer wants negative, and I am not 100% negative, and I refuse to change myself as a person or become a character, an actor who's going to be angry, angry, angry all the time, or, oh, this sucks, fuck this, fuck that. There's always something to rant about and be angry about, because there's people on YouTube, that's all they do, alright? KO Gaming, if I had continued to be nasty as fuck last year, all year, to every game I played, probably would have been making millions of views a day, and I would have been rolling in money, but it's decided it's disgusting.
And quite honestly, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I did it. That's just me, I guess. I'm a victim of myself, my own morals.
I guess I really am. You know, I came into this YouTube era way earlier than most other people before it was for this. I came into it at a time when it was genuine, when people did it because they loved what they were doing, whether it was singing or art or gaming or whatever, politics, whatever it was. They had a passion for it, and they wanted to make videos about it because they didn't have another platform. They didn't have big publishing budgets. They didn't have big people coming out and funding them hundreds of thousands of dollars to make a top quality YouTube channel. They loved it for the passion of it, and that's why my early videos looked like shit, because I didn't have a budget. It was a crooked camera aimed at a fucking television screen. But you could feel the passion. You could feel the fun that I had back then.
And I still have that.
Every single fucking day when I come to work and I play these games and I have fun doing them, I love doing it. I get people in my streams that, Phil, it sounds like Phil's bored. I'm not bored. If I was bored, I wouldn't be fucking doing this. Trust me, I'm not rich. I'm getting little to no financial benefits out of doing this anymore. I'm doing it because I love it. That's why. I'm not doing it because of fame or fortune. I'm doing it because I fucking love it and I want to keep doing it, you know? But that's the thing. People on who watch YouTube videos don't care about that. They want their little quick, instant 30 seconds of gratification, a cheap laugh from a scripted video that's fucking completely ingenuine and a paid advertisement, and a lot of times, and they don't even fucking realize what they're watching is a paid advertisement because they're not using conscious thought anymore. YouTube has become the mindless amalgamation of crap on the internet instead of the place to go to for talent. Where did it go? Where did the talent go? All right? So I don't know. I guess I'm one of the last bastions of gamers who started out 8+ years ago doing this because I love it, doing it because I love covering games and giving you my honest opinions and showing you raw what it's like to play a game. And now I am branching out, right? Twitch streams are changing. I did my first Twitch and chill stream ever. I definitely want to do stuff like that again. More interactivity with my viewers and edited content, much more higher quality on KO Gaming. I'm trying my best to adapt and branch out, but there's only so much I can do.
I need your help.